8:43, welcome back. Live shot from Century Plaza Hotel and Spa. Bob Roth is joining us, an expert and author. Strength and Stillness, Transcendental Meditation. And I was saying we're going to need some meditation because he just told me he's a Warriors fan, although you appreciate the Raptors.
I love the Raptors. I love the Raptors. That was a great game last night.
That was a great game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who'd have thunk?
You almost need meditation after such energy like that. But Transcendental Meditation, we've heard about the art of meditation, its value. This specific notion of transcendental, how is it different?
Well, the word transcendental just means deep. There's a lot of meditations that try to clear the mind of thoughts, concentrate, force out thoughts, or guided meditations. And that's like trying to stop waves on the surface of the ocean. Transcendental meditation recognizes there's a vertical dimension to your mind. That deep inside, even when it's tsunami-esque on the outside, right now there's a level where your mind is already calm and settled and peaceful and alert. And transcendental meditation, through the use of a mantra, which is a word or a sound that has no meaning, gives access to that. That's pretty words. Nice, flowery words, but the key thing here is so much scientific research that backs up the uniqueness of TM for reducing stress, and for a child, helping them overcome the cyberbullying and the tension and the anxiety that so many kids, you were just saying, even your six-month-old, starting to, get reactive.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a culture of constant distraction, and your book alludes to some of the science of how it's impacting our behaviors, the anxiety that exists. What is the perfect storm that we live in right now, these key factors that makes the art of meditation so essential?
I think people crave silence just like we crave oxygen and water, but there's no silence anymore. I texted my brother, called my brother, he was in Mongolia, and he picked up his phone. So there's no silence anywhere. Or we go out to nature, we go out to the islands. But what Transcendental Meditation does is it accesses, there's a field of silence within everyone. That's the idea. And the perfect storm is more stress than ever, kids facing cyberbullying, pressure of school, just pressure 24/7, your profession 24/7, there's no end of the day. There's no medicine that the pharmaceutical companies have come up with that says, okay, Riaz, here's a drug. Now you're not going to get stressed in the morning, and if you have stress, it's going to cure it. It just masks it. And the third reason why there's so much interest in meditation is science. In Transcendental Meditation, 400 scientific studies published in top journals conducted at Harvard Medical School and UCLA Medical School, Stanford, that shows how effective this is for reducing stress and really waking up the creative centers in the brain. And I think that's also important. We don't just want to be less stressed. We want to be more creative. We want to be more focused.
What about the commitment for time? Because in this book, you allude to the idea of 20 minutes twice a day. And then I think about, I mean, we live on the West Coast, this beautiful backdrop. Maybe it's going for a walk, connecting with Mother Nature. What is the difference between being outside, being connected with nature, versus the strength and stillness that you allude to, being in just a quiet space, not moving altogether?
Well, too often these days when we go out in nature, it takes us a while to decompress. We're still on our phones, or we're still sort of, our partner says, calm down here. We're out, we're with the kids, we're enjoying. What Transcendental Meditation does is it just gives regular access. First thing in the morning for 20 minutes, again in the afternoon, your body gains a state of rest in many regards deeper than the deepest part of deep sleep. And what that does is it allows the body to heal itself. Someone one time said to me, I have no time. And I said, there's 1,440 minutes in a day. We're talking 30 or 40 minutes out of 1,440 minutes for self-care, to get rid of stress, to wake up your brain, to be more present with your family, to be better with your kids. It's an investment we all have to make.
And one of those investments and focuses really looks towards children, and the David Lynch Foundation, you've done some terrific work, because proceeds of this book is going to help fund the teaching so children, veterans, people that have gone through traumatic experiences can benefit from meditation. Why so valuable at such a young age? And I thought this was fascinating for grade school students to be practicing this art now.
The brain development is the child's brain is so tender and so impressionable. Mom and dad have an argument, and the child thinks it's my fault. There's no rational filter. Everything is huge, and everything is overwhelming. And so what Transcendental Meditation does, and we have whole families coming into the Vancouver TM Center these days, everyone wanting to learn. It just allows the child's brain and body to just take a break. A real quiet time, a real, time out. And in that process, and it's so easy to do, then the family unit is stronger. And the schools. We just did a study with 2,000 kids conducted by the University of Chicago that found 2,000 kids better academically, fewer arrests, higher graduation rates. Now we're doing a study with 4,000 kids in New York public schools. It should be done here in Vancouver. Children are children. Well,
things are changing. A lot of important ideas in this book about the value of meditation. Again, it is called Strength in Stillness. We have a couple websites on screen if you want to learn more about Transcendental Meditation, davidlynchfoundation.ca, and the actual teaching, which is a 4-day course, ca.tm.org. Bob, pleasure to meet you.
Really enjoyed meeting you. Thank you.
I'm going to focus on my idea of stillness as I get set for Game 6. Raptors, Milwaukee, we'll see.
Saturday. Well, they should do it.
Yeah.
I mean, a home game.
We need to hang out more. I think we can.
How did they win in Milwaukee? Milwaukee hadn't lost 3 in a row.
We're going to keep this conversation going during the break.
Sorry.
Final look at weather coming your way. Stay tuned.